Hey guys, Ben here, and today we have a brand new gun comparison. Today we are going to be breaking down the QBZ-83 and the FFAR 1. These are both assault rifles from Call of Duty Cold War. And real quick, I would like to say that I started making this video before the FFAR got nerfed. So I have grades for pre-nerf and then post-nerf. We will be using the post-nerf grades, obviously, because that's the gun as it is now. So if you guys try to go use it, you're going to get the really fucking cheeks version, because my god, it got a lot worse. New gun comparisons are coming up soon. School, and I kind of have finals right now, so I have a lot of stuff going on, so it took a while to get this video out. That will not be affecting the next video. The next video will be out sometime during the week next week. Hopefully Monday or Tuesday, but you never know with this channel. Please remember to leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new to help us hit 200. We're getting really close. And comment your thoughts before we get started. I want to see what gun you guys think is going to end up winning this one. Alright, so starting off with this ideal class for the FFAR. Personally, it's been nerfed, obviously, and so because of the nerf, I feel like it plays more as an SMG now than an AR. I don't really trust it as an AR, so my ideal class personally consists of adding the XM4 as well to be your actual assault rifle, and more running the FFAR as an SMG as compared to an assault rifle. Now the XM4, you don't need to use the XM4, you can use the AK, you could use whichever AR you want. It definitely doesn't need to be the XM4. Personally for me, I like the XM4 a lot. That's the gun I'm going to use. The FFAR though, the attachments that I'm using on it are a sight. Obviously, I always have a sight on. This just controls recoil. There may be some better. I haven't really checked since I last upgraded. No, this one changes horizontal recoil. This one, obviously, I want to give it more range because it needs range. It needs less recoil, more range. That's what I'm feeling with this gun. This one obviously reduces recoil, and then just a bigger mag. Is this one quick? No, it's not. That's what I put together personally. Was you need less recoil and you need more range, and then obviously the fast extended mag, and the sight are just the other two that I put on. It does lower the speed down a lot, as you can see, but firepower, accuracy, and ammo all go up. And I think this thing does not need more speed. More speed just means less control with this gun, and honestly, I do not think that's what we need. For the stun and C4, really, this gun doesn't like have any great strategies, I found, so kind of just pick whichever ones you like the most. Same thing with proximities, and then here, really, I don't think perks matter that much either with this gun. You can kind of roll with whatever you want. And then obviously you need lawbreakers, so you could carry another assault rifle. But this is definitely the class archetype I would run. I don't want to tell you guys exactly what to put on the other guns. That's something you use the guns, you see what you want to do with them. But I will give you what I'm going to do for the FFAR. And I think you need less recoil, better range, and I think that's the way you got to use this gun. Alright, moving on into the QBZ. This one is obviously not going to be required to use as an SMG like the FFAR is. I personally like the Hauer. That's what this shotgun is. I have a blueprint. I've never really used it. It's still level 1, but that is what I'm personally rolling with, is a Hauer and then the QBZ. Now for me with the QBZ, I actually like the iron sight it has, so I don't put a sight on, because this gun, I feel like you could do a lot more with it. Same muzzle brake to control recoil, and then the barrel has the same one as well to give it better range. These guns kind of suffer from the same problems, but really more recoil, larger speed mag, and then I think it needs the stock because it takes a while to begin shooting. That's something I found with it, was that the speed wasn't amazing. And I know I've only made it worse. I did basically the same thing I did last time, but I think this is what I was rolling with, and it really seems to be the best variant to me. Other changes I would look for would be maybe more damage per shot, but I think the barrel covers that. Yeah, it does. Bullet velocity, I think, makes it more powerful. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what else I would do. But this is what I would set up on the QBZ, and then obviously the Howler. Again, here doesn't really matter with what you choose. I like Stim Shot because I feel like the stun grenade and QBZ don't really work that well. The C4, obviously I just like the C4. Proximity, I like this proximity. Same perks as last class. And wildcards, you can I think Gunfighter might not be a bad choice. I like Danger Closest, just to have another C4. I think that's important. But I would understand if you wanted to do Gunfighter and add 3 more attachments to the QBZ. That would make sense. You could really stack it out then. Get an optic, body, and handle. Although it really doesn't need a body. Maybe a handle. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it needs gunfire or gunfighter, but it wouldn't be a bad one to put on. I personally just like to roll with 2 C4s, so that's why I have Danger Close on. But really, the only thing I would say is to make sure you have a good secondary with it that can do damage quick, and that's why I put the Howler in. Because this thing is its damage is not gonna take somebody out right away. So you need if you wanted to put Lawbreaker on, you could throw an MP5 in here or an SMG like that. Maybe even the FFAR, honestly. I'm pretty sure you would not succeed very much with that class, but I mean, you could try it if you wanted to. So starting off with the FFAR and multiplayer, I could pretty much just say the word recoil and stop the analysis right there. And I think you guys would basically get the message, because the recoil on this thing is just not usable. Now, I don't know what this number means, but the horizontal recoil before the nerf was 40. And I don't know what 40, like, I don't know what the units are, but it was 40. And post nerf, it's 210. So it got more than 5 times worse for the recoil. And the recoil was already a little iffy because it's an FFAR. Like, it was a good gun pre-nerf. Like, pre-nerf, this thing could contest as one of the best guns in the game, I think. Really. Good fire rate, good damage per second, but now you can't use it from range. If you try and use it as more than an SMG, I just don't think you're going to have much luck with it, really. Which is why I recommend you do use it as an SMG, using a more stable AR or a longer ranged weapon as your primary. But yeah, this thing just does not do anything but shoot directly up into the sky. And the first time I used it, once it got nerfed, I was contemplating whether or not I even wanted to make this gun comparison anymore, because I knew the QBZ would dominate multiplayer because of it. What ended up happening, they're kind of closer than I thought they would be. The grade I ended up giving the FFAR was a 79.6. Yeah, that's pretty cheeks. It would have been an 88.4 though. So literally the recoil itself is bad enough to bring it down nearly 10 points, which should pretty much tell you how bad the recoil is. It is borderline unusable. That's one of the notes I wrote down. Because it is. It cannot fire 2 shots in the same spot. Alright, now moving into the QBZ. The main thing that I wrote down about the QBZ was it shoots pebbles, which is basically just says it shoots and it feels like the bullets don't do anything. It doesn't have those glaring issues the FFAR has with the recoil. There are few other issues it has in zombies. The QBZ is well-rounded, but well-rounded in the sense that it doesn't do anything bad, but it also doesn't do anything well. It is a gun. It's decent from range. It's got alright fire rate, decent damage, a decent amount of ammo. It's just a decent weapon. I gave it a grade of 81.0, meaning that it wins the multiplayer round, just because, again, it just doesn't have those glaring issues. The FFAR's recoil is so bad. I'm struggling to use the gun, personally, in multiplayer. It is not an easy thing to do. good fucking luck for anybody going for diamond on ARs, because headshots with this thing are going to be a fucking bitch. Long shots are going to be even worse. Yeah, this is not a very fun gun to use in multiplayer anymore. It was, but now it's not. So the QBZ takes multiplayer. Alright, moving into the FFAR for zombies, we have the damage real quick. So when it's unpack-a-punched, it does 28 damage to the body, 70 to the head. First pack-a-punch, 53 to the body, 132 to the head. Second pack-a-punch, 106 body, 265 to the head. And then the final pack-a-punch variant does 224 damage per body shot and 560 if it's a headshot. An FFAR doing 560 damage to the head. Let that sink in. 560 damage to the head from an FFAR with the fire rate that has the damage per second is just insane. Once you get to the second and third variants, it just mows down zombies. The problem is, it is absolutely miserable if you don't pack punch it. Like, I know obviously you're going to pack punch it, you're not going to just use a gun on pack punch, but those first rounds, if you start with it, it is a tough going, because this gun, once you get to around like 7, is just not really good anymore. Like, it just doesn't have ammo. That's a big thing, is that it just does not have ammo. It's not as much of a problem as recoil is in multiplayer, but it's still a hefty issue for this gun. I gave it a grade in the end of 88.3, which would be right below what the multiplayer grade was going to be, of an 88.4 pre-nerf. It's a good gun. Other than the fact that when it's unpack-punched, it's really bad, everything else about it's great. If you want to go late round with it, you can do that. It puts out a ton of damage, and for me personally, I haven't had an easier time exfilling with any other gun than the FFAR. I'm 2 for 2 with the FFAR, and I've failed at least once with every other gun I've tried. So that's a good thing. It's really a powerful weapon in zombies, and I would highly recommend using the FFAR. Alright, so moving on to the QBZ, we have the damage again. So for the unpack-a-punch variant, it's 32 and 80 to the body head respectively. And then 63, 157 for the first pack-a-punch variant, 129 and 322 for the second pack-a-punch variant, and then triple pack is 256 and a whopping 641 damage to the head per shot once you have it third pack-a-punched. It's very good against dogs, because dogs do not take headshot damage, or at least I have not hit a single headshot against a dog. I'm pretty sure you just can't. I could be wrong about that, but I've played quite a few games of zombies at this point, and I still haven't gotten a single headshot. So I'm pretty sure it's just body. So the QBZ, obviously, more powerful body shots. I personally think it's better against dogs than the FFAR. It definitely has more ammo. The FFAR really the biggest problem in zombies to me is the ammo for the FFAR. I feel like the QBZ is better when it's unpacked, and then the first variant is pretty even between the two guns, and then I think once you get higher into the pack punches levels, the FFAR begins to show that it is the better weapon, even though the QBZ is by no means a weak weapon when it is double and triple packed. I mean, you can't do 641 damage a shot and be a weak weapon, you know. A little added bonus for the QBZ is its pack-a-punch name is the Yaguai, if I'm saying that right. And I looked it up because I wanted to know what language it was, just for basic research for this video. And turns out it's actually English. I thought it was going to be like Japanese or something, but it is English. And it has a pretty sick meaning. Basically, the evil spirits that defend something. I can't remember. I didn't write it down. I should have. But pretty sick definition. Naturally, I wanted to know what winnower meant, because that is the name of the FFAR pack-a-punched, and it has something to do with the wind. So, bonus points to the QBZ for having a sick pack-a-punch name. Probably going to take a point or two off of the FFAR, because its name is stupid as fuck. But still, the final grade for the QBZ is an 87.5, which puts it right below where the FFAR landed in zombies. Alright, so moving into this last conclusion part. So in multiplayer, obviously the QBZ won, but I feel like a better way to look at this would be the FFAR lost multiplayer. Really, both guns are better in zombies, and that's pretty obvious to me. From using them, I felt like they were both lower tier weapons in multiplayer, but in zombies, they were both pretty freaking good weapons. But yeah, the FFAR just has too many glaring issues, and the fact that the QBZ really doesn't have any glaring issues is just the reason it wins multiplayer. The FFAR barely nudges it out in zombies, mainly because of the second and third pack-punched variants. Now this is, obviously, you're going to end up using it while it's unpackaged more. Which is why I was hesitant to give it to the FFAR due to the fact that the pack-a-punch variant, or the unpack-a-punch variant, is so bad. But I feel you're going to end up always trying to get the best variant. And the best variant from both these guns, the FFAR, is just better. So that one, it barely nudges it out. It is close, because even the fully upgraded QBZ mows down zombies. And I feel like the fully upgraded version of any gun in this game is going to mow down zombies. So, their overall grades, the FFAR comes in with an 83.95. And just above is the QBZ with an 84.25. So, a 0.3 difference. Last time, I think it was a 0.1 difference. I'm trying to pick guns that are kind of seem the same, or seem similar, so that the grades will be the same. I don't want to end up with, like, the XM4 versus the QBZ, because obviously the XM4 would win. I'm trying to avoid videos like that, trying to make sure that every video or every comparison is an actual comparison and not just one destroying the competition in everyone. Now, obviously that's going to happen sometimes, but we're trying to avoid it, and I feel like these first two videos have been about as close as we can get. So, again, QBZ, steady in multiplayer, steady in zombies. FFAR, really good in zombies, really bad in multiplayer. That's basically your video right there. Please remember, leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. Comment your thoughts down below, or if you've used either of these guns, because I do like to hear what other people think about the guns, because obviously I'm only one person. I do have my brother and friends who play the game, and they tell me what they think sometimes, but really, most of these decisions in these videos are made strictly from me, and I would love to hear what you guys think about the guns, because they're obviously going to be different opinions than what I have, and that's fine. Everybody has different opinions on the guns. I'm just trying to lay out what I saw and grade it the way that I grade it, but I always want to put all the information on the table, because maybe recoil doesn't affect some people the same way it affects me. For me, recoil is absolutely the worst. Like, oh my god. Now, I don't think anybody can deal with the recoil of the FFAR and not complain about it, because it is that bad. But, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one, and peace out.